What's up guys, welcome back to another video in the Theme Park Tycoon 2 tutorial series. My name is Connor and let's jump right into this. So today we're on video 5. This is going to be all about how to build a coaster with the basic coaster builder. So keep in mind what we talked about last video just regarding the physics to coasters and how coasters work so that you can apply it to the coaster that we're going to be making today. Now try not to copy the coaster that I make exactly so that you can really experiment with what you're building and maybe find new things about the builder that I don't really teach in this lesson. So without further ado, let's just get right into this. So let's go down to our rides here and let's grab ourselves a steel coaster. Pretty basic, everyone should have this if you've played the game. And let's place this in. So you see we have a little bit different of a setup down here. Let's just go over what some of this stuff means. To start, we have over here your track colors and just being able to toggle between your character camera and the ride camera. Then down beneath it here, we have our directions and being able to make the track go up and down. So you can see this will turn to the right, left, make it a little bit sharper. As well, we can go up with our ride or down as well, which that really wouldn't work. Then to the right of those directions, we just have a couple basic track pieces, such as your chain lift, your station, your brakes, and your boosters. Boosters are disabled with this ride because it's not a boosted ride, it's just a normal chain lift and it uses gravity to continue the rest of the coaster. Next after that you have your bank circle, which will allow you to rotate your track to either the right or left, as you can see here. Lastly, on the right we just have a couple more buttons, such as the build button, which just allows you to obviously build your coaster, or you can click up here in the top and it'll build it as well. You have your arrows, which let you change the direction you're going, as you can see. And then you have your remove, which obviously removes the track. Then finally under that you have more pieces, which are some cool fun things to play around with, like chicanes and gradual inclines. You have some turns, as you can see with this one. But let's just stick with the normal track pieces like this. So now that you know what all of this does down here, we can get into actually building a coaster and how you should build a coaster somewhat realistically. So to start off here, let's put in a couple segments of this track station. I'm only going to put in, let's say, 4 right now so that we have a decent amount of room. And then I'm just going to go straight into our chain lift. Once you're at your desired height, you can flatten it out again and then remove the chain lift because you don't want to have the chain lift going around your whole track. Yes, I've seen many coasters that have a chain that go around the whole track and you just hear this high pitch noise and it's just so annoying. So after this, I'm just going to give it a small little downhill right here to give it speed to get around a corner that I'm going to put in. And then after this, I'm going to have the track go down again. It's up to you if you want to go directly into the more steeper decline, which you can see is more gradual, or if you want to drop right in by having a gentle and then more of a steeper one right here, which you can see will make it go down a lot quicker. I don't like to usually use this directly down piece for a couple of reasons. For one, you can see right here, it doesn't look that smooth when it's starting to go down directly vertical. And as well, once you place in the coaster, you have a bunch of these really small pieces that you need to rapidly click in to get what you want from the vertical part. So because of that reason, I'm just going to have this more steeper decline. So when you're done with your drop in here, it's better to just flatten it out right away instead of doing it like this, because you can see it does it pretty quickly and that's a lot of G-forces to put on someone, and it doesn't look that smooth or realistic either. So from here, I'm just going to go straight down into my flat section, and you can really do what you want from this point. So from here, I'm going to put in an inversion. It's best to put an inversion right here because you have the most speed coming out of your drop hill. So I think I'm going to try something a little bit different here. If I try a half loop up, place this in, go back to more pieces, and then get a corkscrew, we can try to find the right one here to give us a kind of different looking loop. So now we have a cool inversion going on here, but you can see we come out perfectly flat right here, which isn't really the best for turning around back into where our coaster is over here. So what I'm going to do I'm going to remove this piece I just placed in, go back down, add in the piece I just had. That's the wrong one. We have it here, and then if we change the rotation, you can see it's a little bit more rotated so that we can go into a nice downward turn right here. If we go into our more pieces again, maybe we can grab this wide spiral right here, and you can see it looks pretty nice. I continued the coaster on a bit more, turning the banking from the right over to the left here, so that we can put in another turn like this. It's pretty gradual going into this turn right here, but when I changed it to a smaller piece, it's really narrow and seems to compress the track a lot, which doesn't really look that smooth or nice looking, especially from above. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove this piece because I'm not really liking how it looks. And that's what a lot of this coaster building is going to be. You're not going to get exactly what you want your first try. It's all about trial and error until you find something that looks nice. So I think I'm going to just opt for this normal turn. I'm going to flatten out the track here. Maybe try to add a little bit of a dip like this one, and then go back up into a little hill right here to add in a bit more to the coaster. After that, I'll try to bank it to the left again so we can circle back around on our coaster. So now I'm just going to spiral down like I am here so that we can come back down to the ground. And it's important not to put in too many spirals that it gets kind of dizzying. But a couple, as you can see with this one, is nice because it changes up the speed and direction of your coaster. An important thing to remember is when flattening out your track, do it like I'm doing here with a couple sections so that it's not really drastic in going from maybe 40 degrees all the way down to 0 degrees, which could be pretty neck snapping. So now that we're coming towards the end here, let's try to bring our track back around to the front, or I should actually say the end of our coaster right here. Can turn this down a bit, and then maybe drop it under here so that we can fit underneath this track. We can go with a long straight down. Maybe go with a longer one. There we go. That's pretty smooth there. Maybe we can bank it over a bit to this side so that we're prepared to turn around to that direction. And now we can bring it in for a smooth ending here, even with enough room to add in a brake section. Now you can see we've finished our coaster, and all that's left to do is ride it. So let's hop on and see how we've done. Gosh, this thing is really slow. Finally there. So there you have it. It's a pretty smooth coaster, looks really nice. It's not the longest thing and it's not the fastest thing, but coasters don't have to be really long and really fast. Please don't make them really fast. I've seen people that put like 50 boosters on a single coaster and it takes about 3 seconds to get around 20 miles of track. Because that makes a lot of sense. So a couple things before I close here to keep in mind. Number one, make sure that you keep your coaster pretty smooth. This will allow your riders to enjoy the ride and not feel jerked to one side or the other. Next up is take your time and know that you're going to make mistakes. I made a couple mistakes during this video as well, and it's all in the perfection of your coaster. It's not about how quick you're going to make it, but it's about how nice and how long you put into your coaster. And lastly, just have fun when you're making your coaster. Don't try to get too complicated with whatever you're doing, and don't get frustrated with however your coaster isn't working out. If it's not working out, maybe it just means you need to take your coaster in a different direction, and it'll maybe make it even better than what you had anticipated it to be. I hope you guys liked this video. Like usual, let me know down in the comments if you think I missed anything or if you just want to know a little bit more about this, and I may come back to it in a later video or reply to you down in the comments. And as well, make sure you hit that like button. It lets me know that you're watching the video and you enjoy what I'm putting out here. And if you really liked it and you're really liking the series, hit that subscribe button so that you can watch more of what's coming in the future. That's all I got on this video, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one where we take a look at the advanced coaster builder. As you can see here, as you can see, and you can see, now you can see, as you can see,